Ma'am, go with my bailiff now. Now. Clerk's case, People versus Colette Haynes.
Victoria Burton here, she's the prosecutor here on behalf of the people.
Sherilyn Foster Tucker on behalf of Colette Haynes. You state your name.
Colette Haynes.
All right.
Thank you. In regards to the
Pause right here. What sounds like a routine request for an adjournment is actually a bond violation hearing, and those can turn serious fast. When bond compliance is in question, freedom is immediately on the line.
PCC, Your Honor, we are requesting an adjournment just for some continued negotiations.
All right. With reference to the violation.
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Haynes is prepared to admit to the bond violation today and provide an explanation.
All right. I'll accept the admission, but what's the explanation?
Your Honor, it does state in the bond.
This moment matters. By admitting the bond violation, the defense is hoping the explanation, a medical emergency, will soften the outcome. Judges can accept the admission and still decide punishment separately.
Bond violation report that on the 22nd, when she reported she was visibly ill at the time, she explained to me that she has diabetes, and shortly after that went into DKA and did have to be hospitalized for a few days. So unfortunately, she ended up missing that new scheduled appointment as well as her first PCC. After missing the PCC, she did contact me, and we worked to get this case set to do a bench warrant recall. So she is willing to test. She is willing to comply on bond. She is sorry that she missed that appointment, and she's hoping to have an opportunity to go touch base with community corrections today and reschedule.
Thank you.
But okay, I hear what you're saying, but when I look at this, all of the events that I have in this occurred at basically toward the end of September.
Listen to the judge's tone shift. Courts are often sympathetic to illness, but only if the defendant follows up afterward. A month of inaction is where patience starts running out.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm now almost 30 days out and nothing's been corrected.
And Ms. Haynes indicated to me that she wasn't aware that she needed to make contact with community corrections because she had the bench warrant.
I didn't know that I can just go back there and.
Yeah, but once the bench warrant was cleared, that doesn't even make any sense to me.
They told me that I had to wait when first they told me I had to do it online.
Do
And I
what
did it
online?
For the bench warrant.
That's fine.
Yeah, and I didn't know that the warrant was cleared until I come to court today. And
What
I
do you
thought I
mean you
needed
didn't know it was cleared?
another referral to go back to community corrections. I didn't know I could just walk back in there.
This is a common problem in probation and community corrections cases. Defendants often assume they need new referrals or special permission, but legally, confusion doesn't cancel responsibility.
And do it all over again with a warrant. I tried to come up here and walk in on a warrant, but they told me that they only do it once a month. At the end of the month on Wednesdays. And that would have been yesterday, but I had received
Yeah, but where were you between that? All of this occurred September 2nd. I get what counsel's telling me, that at some point you're in the hospital for a few days. So even if that takes me to the end of September, which is giving a lot of grace just in terms of time, I'm now here on the 23rd and nothing.
Because they told me that I could not walk in on the warrant. And I didn't know that I could just go back to community correction.
You have an attorney.
Mm-hmm.
And Your Honor,
I was contacting the attorney, and when I was contacting the attorney, she was telling me that she didn't even, well, it was a he. It wasn't even her. It was a whole different attorney I had. We were texting back and forth, and I was asking him questions, and he was saying he was in court. He don't know. He'll find out. And then he told me I could do it online, so I just did it online.
and Your Honor, I will say Ms. Haynes does want to resolve this case. She did make steps to take care of the bench warrant and to get the case back on track. So she's just hoping for another opportunity
She's hearing a drug case. Since the beginning of the case, she hasn't tested.
Understood, Your Honor.
I hadn't tested, Your Honor, because I didn't know that I could just, by me missing mine, I didn't know that I could just go walk back in. I thought I needed another referral. Or I would have been went over there and walked in and
It's
tested.
not as though you didn't have an attorney, whether it be the previous attorney, whether it be Ms. Foster Tucker, to tell you what you could do regarding community corrections, if anything. But, you know, you didn't abide by community corrections. You didn't appear in court. You get the court thing cleared up, but then you had the other thing. And I still, from the time of year, I don't have a test on you.
I can go take one today. I can go over there right now when I leave here. But I just need to know, am I
You want to
assigned?
say, I will adjourn her.
This is the tipping point. The judge isn't focused on intentions anymore, only results. No test, no follow-through, no proof of compliance. In bond cases, promises don't outweigh paperwork.
Probable cause conference to October 30th, 2025, 9 a.m. Anything you want to say before I send you on the violation?
No, sir.
And that's the hammer. Bond revoked. 7 days in jail. This is a harsh but legally clean decision. Courts enforce compliance to protect the integrity of pretrial release. The hardest part? The consequences don't stop at the defendant.
At this point, she's not complied with everything. I'm going to revoke her bond, sentence her to 7 days, Washington County Jail. Defendant's remanded.
Is there a way that I can get somebody? I have my daughter here with me,
Ma'am, you probably shouldn't have done that.
but she only had a half a day of school today.
Ma'am,
Come on this way.
they'll figure it out.
Okay, good. Let me get her this.
Yep, I'll give it. One back.
Ma'am, go with my bailiff now. Now.